Welcome my friends to your channel. I advise you to watch to the end in order to benefit more. And if you're a fan of psychology, I invite you to subscribe to this channel to receive all psychological information and facts. Eating chocolate and sleeping is the most effective way to memorize information for a long time in the brain, so that whenever a person eats chocolate before he starts reviewing and memorizing lessons and then sleeps immediately after that, he will be able to retrieve the information on the day of the exam with ease. 15% of people use their phones with a broken screen without intending to fix it, and they don't find any inconvenience from it. These people turn out to be living simply, and they can adapt to any crisis quickly. There is no disease that destroys your body more than sadness and overthinking, because when you live your life with grief, worry, and constant thinking, your psychological problems will turn into physical symptoms represented in bouts of general weakness and exhaustion, followed by stress and high blood pressure. Some people love the night more than the day, because they do not find rest and do not adapt well except in a calm, silent, and devoid of humans, as only 11% of people are covered by this description. When a woman appears cold and without feelings, she often uses this method as a defensive means to avoid psychological harm to her, as the woman's behavior in this manner contradicts her psychological nature, and she used this method because she passed through several bad experiences and sufferings. 85% of people may feel a strong desire to talk to someone, but they refrain from doing so because they want this person to start talking to them first. Generally, the inability to initiate the conversation and wait for the start from the other person makes most people keep their words inside and never express it. Sitting in class or lecturing next to cynical friends is one of the main reasons that leads students to get low scores in exams, which may lead to failure in the end. Because psychologically, accompanying friends with a sarcastic and superficial vision affects you negatively and makes you more stupid. On average, children smile 400 times a day, women smile 62 times, and men smile only 8 times a day. Because the older a person is, the less he smiles in general. The matter differs between the sexes, as men were always ranked with the lowest smile rate at all age levels. Psychologically, moving away from home and going to another place with the aim of enjoying removes your worries and treats your psychological problems with a percentage that may reach 95%. One of the signs of a person's strength is to keep calm in moments of anger and to pretend to be stupid in moments of misunderstanding with others. These behaviors are difficult for ordinary people to adhere to in their daily lives, with the exception of psychologically and mentally strong people. Love helps to prolong life and clarity of mind and increase the rate of happiness and productivity of the person, as it rids the body of toxins, and it is also the most powerful medicine against depression. Psychological studies have proven that when you receive a message that angered you, do not respond to that message at the same time, but wait for an hour. Then you will most likely respond to that message in a more genius and rational way. Shyness is mainly associated with people who have good hearts and pure feelings towards others, and these people do not create many relationships in their lives, but they have more deep and comfortable relationships than others. Studies have proven that people with rough voices are respected and appreciated by society, and they are also the ones who get the most leadership positions and high salaries. A person whose mood improves by being alone with a book he's reading or a song he hears is often so strong psychologically and emotionally that no one can affect him. A person who calls his friend a certain nickname thus gives him a special and distinct position for him from others, regardless of the connotations of the nicknames. In general, friends who have a strong friendship give each other special and sarcastic nicknames spontaneously, without intention and without any negative goals. Psychological studies have proven that a family that contains only female sisters achieves the highest rate of happiness compared to the rest of the other families. Psychological experts confirm that the person who pays the bill for food or drink on behalf of his friends increases his happiness, smile, and satisfaction in life in general, as the more generous a person is and the more giving in front of his friends, the higher his chances of living a happy life. The accumulation of problems and responsibilities leads you to fall into excessive thinking, which leads to complete change of your personality from a cheerful person to a mere silent body. As psychological studies have proven about psychological stress and excessive thinking change the human entity psychologically and physically. The girl who does not wear makeup. Unfortunately, some people think that she doesn't take care of herself, but in fact, the girl who does not wear makeup has a complete conviction that natural beauty is the basis and that men should accept them as they are, because they are very frank and have high self-confidence. In addition to most of them have a strong and leadership personality. People who love the color black are distinguished by lofty pride, and they try to control and hide their feelings, and often leave a distance between themselves and others in dealing, in order to protect their privacy and love the arts associated with delicate feelings. Whoever ignores you and loves you, you will find him deliberately avoiding talking to you or meeting you face to face despite his constant presence with you. Thank you for watching. If you benefited from this information, do not forget to support us with a like and motivating comment. If you are a fan of psychology, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and activate the bell to receive all psychological information and facts.